Hi, third graders. My name is Catherine, and today we're going to do a lesson all about how the traditional culture of China has shaped its past and present. Let's get started. So, our objective for today is to learn about Taoism and Confucianism through text and image analysis. Let's start by reading a proverb together. Proverb says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Take a moment and think to yourself, have you ever heard this proverb before? Do you agree with it? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with it. Thumbs down if you don't. Why or why not? And then can you take a guess as to what a proverb is? I've told you that this phrase is a proverb, but what does that mean? Well, I will tell you. The proverb, which you may know as the Golden Rule, is included in most world religions. It's an important piece of advice from a wise Chinese philosopher, a thinker named Confucius. In the next 2 lessons, you will learn more about proverbs, Chinese religion, and belief systems. We're going to start by reading about Confucius on Kiddle.co, and then we're going to watch a video together. Let me read this out loud to you right now. Confucius, born in 551 BC, died 479 BC, was an important Chinese educator and philosopher. His original name was Kongqiu or Zongni. As a child, he was eager to learn about everything and was very interested in rituals. Once he grew up, he worked as a state official who handled farms and cattle. Then he became a teacher, like me. Confucius lived in a time when many states were fighting wars in China. This period was called the Spring and Autumn period in the Zhou dynasty. Confucius did not like this and wanted to bring order back to society. Teaching. Like Socrates, who's a famous philosopher, Confucius sometimes did not answer philosophical questions himself. Instead, he wanted people to think hard about problems and to learn from others, especially from history. Confucius also thought that people should get power because they were good and skilled, not just because they came from powerful families. Confucius wanted people to think about other people more than about money or what they owned. However, he also felt that there should be some strong rules in society and that people needed to obey them. Confucius thought that there were 5 relationships that people could have and that they all had their own rules. 2 people could be a prince and a subject, a father and son, a husband and wife, an elder and a child, or friends. These were traditional relationships called the 5 prototypes. Confucius said that in all these relationships, both people must obey rules. For example, a subject must obey a prince, but also a prince must listen to a subject and must rule him well and fairly. Confucius said that people should only do things to other people if they would be okay with other people doing those things to themselves. This is sometimes called the Golden Rule and was also taught by Jesus Christ. His students wrote down small stories about him and things that he said. These were put together to make a book called the Analects, which became one of the main books of Confucianism. Now here are some images. Here's a map showing the journey of Confucius to various states. Here's the tomb of Confucius. Here's a book. Here's someone kneeling before Confucius. And finally, here's the entrance of the gate of the Temple of Confucius. Now, let's talk for a second. Based on that reading, what were the beliefs of Confucius? Well, Confucius felt a society should have rules. He believed that people in power should be good, and not just that they should be born into power. What were some of the ways that he believed people should behave and live, or what morals? Confucius believed that people should be courteous to one another. He believed that people should treat others the way they want to be treated. He believed that the different relationships in life had different rules and that people should think about others more than money or property. Now, after this video, if you'd like, you can watch another short 3-minute video on China's Guide to a Moral Life, all about Confucius teachings. Now we're going to read about Taoism. Let's go back to Kittle and see if we can learn a little more about Taoism. Tao is a metaphysical concept found in Taoism, Confucianism, and more often in ancient Chinese philosophy. The Chinese character translates as way, path, or route. In Taoism, the Tao is the origin of the whole universe. Taoists believe that the myriad things, or everything in the universe, from animals to materials to ideas, originally came from the Tao. And when something disappears, its energy or qi goes back to the Tao to be absorbed and rebirthed in a different form. The Tao is a cosmic force that can't be named or described, which is the natural harmony between all living things and the way they all move together. Taoists thought that if someone forgot themselves or let go of intentions, they would be able to move effortlessly, wu wei or non-action, and be in harmony with the Tao, like the animals, plants, and everything else. This harmony is the ultimate goal of Taoism. And now, here's a picture of a Taoist monk practicing calligraphy with stone on water. So based on that reading, what are some of the beliefs and practices of Taoism? Well, some of the beliefs and practices of Taoism include believing that everything has energy that returns back to the universe in a different form. Taoists believe that the ultimate goal in life is to be in harmony with all living things. Now, today, you're going to choose one of these two belief systems that we've looked at, Confucianism or Taoism. You're going to read some proverbs on the Taoism or Confucianism Research Organizer and consider what they mean. Work on completing either one, the Taoism Research Organizer or the Confucianism Research Organizer. I'll show you what they look like. So here is the first of 2 slides on Taoism. So these are some beliefs and practices of Taoists. And then in the graphic organizer, there are 2 proverbs here. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. Take a minute, and on your own, you're going to write the meaning. Then you're going to see if you can find an image online that matches with this proverb. And there's a second one. Strong man masters others. A truly wise man masters himself. What do you think that means? Respond here and find an image online to support your answer. On the second slide, there are 3 more proverbs for you to think about and describe their meaning. Now, if you're studying Confucianism today, you've got some beliefs and practices that you'll read about as well, and then some proverbs for you to find the meaning of. The first one says, a superior man is ashamed if his words are better than his deeds. What do you think that means? Again, if you're working on Confucianism, you'll find an image to match the proverb. And the second one on this page says, study the past if you would divine the future. What do you think that one means? Write the meaning here in the graphic organizer and then find an image to go with it. We'll have another page with another proverb. That's it for today. Next time we come together, we'll look some more into Taoism and Confucianism, and we'll think even further. Hope you have a wonderful time studying these 2 belief systems and learning a little bit more about the traditional culture of China. Talk to you next time. Bye.